Welcome to our YouTube channel dedicated to exploring the latest insights and opportunities in the world of finance and investments, with a special focus on currency revaluation, gold and silver investments, cryptocurrency, and make money online opportunities, and more. If you're interested in staying up to date on the latest developments in currency revaluation, particularly the Iraq dinar and other currencies, best to subscribe to this channel. Please note that the content on this YouTube channel is for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. We are not licensed financial advisors, and the opinions expressed on this channel are based on our own research and personal experience. We strongly recommend that you do your own research and consult with a licensed financial advisor. Also, just before we go any further, this channel has a weekly giveaway of 100 Dogecoin. To enter, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, like this video, and watch this video until the end, because if you don't, you will be automatically disqualified from the giveaway. We will be sharing the random hashtag keyword daily somewhere in the video, and then comment hashtag the keyword with no spaces in between in the comments section. Good luck. Now let's proceed with the latest Iraq dinar news and intel today. Please take these pieces of information with a grain of salt, and please make sure to do your own due diligence. All right, guys, buckle up, because today's intel drops feel different. There's a noticeable shift happening in Iraq right now that's catching everyone's attention, and it's not just talk. From Sudani's latest message to the citizens, to new moves involving gold accumulation, and even whispers of a countdown quietly taking place, these updates are painting a picture that's too strategic to ignore. When you start seeing the government, the central bank, and even the public aligning their language around purchasing power and economic confidence, that's when you know something major is brewing. But here's the kicker. One of these updates could be the clearest public sign yet that Iraq is preparing to flip the switch. So don't go anywhere. I'll break down what each of these clues could mean for the revaluation and reinstatement timeline, and why this might be one of the most pivotal moments we've seen in years. All right, let's get into the updates. From newshound guru MilitiaMan. When Iraq changed the value from 1450 to 1310, they just popped out and said, boom, it's done, no warning. They just did it effective immediately. They do it when they are going to do it. So that's why we are watching how far Iraq is. Do they have all of their systems in place? Electronic payments, cross-border payments. It's very complex. From Intel's newshound guru MarkZ via PDK. Question: do you think Iraq's rate will be higher than Kuwait's when they finally revalue? I think it will be higher. Sudani said they wanted it back to its former glory and to be the highest currency in the region and in the world. From newshound Intel guru Mountain Goat. This is a critical time and could result in a reinstatement if all goes well. All the evidence shows us this is now inevitable. But when? Yes, that is the question we all want to know. From Intel Guru, Frank 26, Iraq Boots on the Ground report from Firefly. Sudani says the banking reforms have become a model of commitment and trust. Every time we see him, we do feel better. The confidence in him is growing, I will admit, because he's telling us every day he's going to keep his promise. From Frank, Sudani is not holding back. He comes straight out and he tells you as much as he can about the monetary reform without giving you the date or the rate. He tells you the monetary reform of Iraqi banks is about to give you your purchasing power by lifting of the zeros from your exchange rate. From newshound guru Clare, article, Iraq is the first Arab country to buy gold. Quote, Salih confirmed on Monday that Iraq has become the Arab world's leading buyer of gold. He also noted that Iraq is working to localize the gold and jewelry industry within the country by launching the Global Gold City project. This city is expected to bring about a qualitative shift in regulating the gold and jewelry trade in Iraq in accordance with international standards. From newshound guru Pimpy, everybody has their wackadoodle idea of what the deletion of the zeros are. What does that mean? If you look at your banknote, let's say we're talking about 25,000 Iraqi dinar note, if they delete the zeros, That means they take the 3 zeros off the nominal value of the banknote. If it's 25,000 dinar, it then turns into 25 dinars, and you have to swap your old notes for the new notes. Your 25,000 dinar all of a sudden becomes a 25 dinar. From there, hopefully, they'll change the exchange rate. Let's keep our fingers crossed they don't delete the zeros. I don't want them to delete the zeros. From Newshound Intel Guru, FNULNU, Stars and Stripes magazine article, the United States is currently in the process of reducing its troop presence and military mission in Iraq, but it is not conducting a complete or immediate withdrawal as of October 2025. The reduction in forces is described as a drawdown rather than a full exit, marking a shift in focus from direct combat to a longer-term security partnership with Iraq. The U.S. military will never leave Iraq. The mission will change. Many troops, 2,000, are being relocated to Kurdistan for security against the Maliki Iran-financed rebels who have been severely curtailed. From Intel Newshound Guru MarkZ via PDK, comment Iraq is all talk and no action. They need to just do it. From MarkZ, I believe they are ready to instate a new value. We are painfully close. From Intel Guru Frank 26. If you look at the exchange rate, it's 0.0008677319, something like that this morning. If you lift the 3 zeros, every dinar is 86 cents, but the float will take it to at least $1. But they don't want to be pegged with the dollar, so instead they will be paired with the American dollar. From Newshound/Intel Guru Walkingstick, they are pushing the monetary reform. They are educating the Iraqi citizens. But more than anything else, Sudani is punching the Iraqi citizens right in the nose with the truth of the monetary reform. It's coming. They even gave them a countdown, a time frame. It's coming. From Newshound Guru Sandy Ingram, someone always comments about being told they do not have to pay taxes on IQD investment profits. First thing you should know is tax evasion is illegal. Tax avoidance is smart and is good and is accepted by the Department of Treasury IRS. Some of you are headed for a major downfall with this currency profit and taxation. You could be facing tax evasion charges because you believe someone on YouTube that told you you didn't have to pay taxes on your IQD profits. People go to jail for not reporting income. And it doesn't matter what country you're in or where your income came from. If you are a U.S. tax-paying citizen, you must report all income on your tax return. From Guru Nader. From the Mideast. I think it's after the election. I say it and you guys get mad. That's it. That's the truth. When it goes digital, it will RV. That's why I'm telling you after the election. I think $3.22. Before ending with few more updates, the hashtag keyword for the 100 Dogecoin giveaway is avoidance. Comment down below which updates you like, think is valuable, or get you most excited. You can be the lucky winner if you like, subscribe, and watch the main content of this video. This will be for this coming Sunday's giveaway, and the winner will be announced in one of the Sunday's videos, so you do not want to miss it. From Newshound Guru Clare article, Double Win. U.S. forces expected to remain in Erbil beyond 2026. Quote, Forbes magazine highlighted the vital role played by the Kurdistan region in the war on terror, as U.S. forces leave the federal provinces and relocate to Erbil. From Newshound Guru Pimpy. Why do you have to go to multiple banks? You just go to one bank. I go to my bank. That's it. I don't have to go to multiple banks. One bank, deposit the currency, make the exchange. And finally, the last update is from Intel Guru Frank 26. Nobody knows when this is going to happen, but we're very assured it's going to happen. Nobody knows the amount of what it'll come out at, do we? Yet everything they're telling us kind of helps us to calculate it, doesn't it? All right, guys, before we get into my final thoughts, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. You don't want to miss what's coming next, because this window we're in feels like it's building towards something major. Every week, we're piecing together new clues, and if you've been following this channel, you know I don't just hype headlines, I connect the dots. So stick with me till the end, because I'll break down why I truly believe Iraq is positioning for a historic move sooner than most think. Now let's talk about these updates, because they're not random. They're all part of a bigger picture. First off, we've got Frank 26's update. Sudani coming out publicly talking about giving citizens purchasing power through the lifting of zeros. To me, that's one of the clearest public signals yet that Iraq's leadership is shifting from talking about reform to preparing the people for it. When a prime minister starts using that kind of language, the same language we've seen in CBI documents, that's not casual, that's conditioning. It's preparing citizens mentally for a change in value. Then there's MarkZ's take, and this one really gets my attention. He mentions that Sudani wants Iraq's dinar to become the highest currency in the region, even higher than Kuwait's. Now think about that. That's not just pride talking. That's a statement of intent. Sudani's basically saying Iraq isn't settling for stability. They're aiming for dominance. When you combine that with Iraq's natural resources, their growing reserves, and their diversification strategy, it's not impossible. In fact, it lines up with the IMF's own trajectory that Iraq's growth could lead the region by 2026. Speaking of growth, Clare's update about Iraq being the #1 gold buyer in the Arab world is huge. This isn't symbolic. This is strategic. They're not just stockpiling gold. They're building the global gold city, a hub for refining, jewelry, and trade that brings their gold reserves into a full economic ecosystem. Right now, Iraq holds over 163 tons of gold, and with the World Bank projecting 6.7% GDP growth for 2026, you're looking at a country locking in tangible wealth as a foundation for monetary reform. And remember, gold is the oldest form of value backing there is. When a nation strengthens its reserves like this, it's saying we're ready to re-enter global markets on solid ground. And you can't overlook Walkingstick's update because that one ties it all together. Citizens are being educated and even given a countdown. Guys, when a central bank starts educating the public on monetary reform, that's not speculation, that's preparation. It means the systems are ready, the timing is being controlled, and they're just waiting for the right alignment to make the move official. Now, I've got to address Pimpy's comments because he keeps mixing up redenomination with revaluation, and it's creating confusion. He said if Iraq deletes zeros, your 25,000 dinar note turns into 25 dinars, basically implying a loss of value. But that's not what Iraq is doing. Here's the reality, based on what the Central Bank of Iraq has actually said. The project to delete the zeros is a real long-term monetary reform initiative, not just lopping off zeros like you'd see in hyperinflation cases. It's designed to simplify Iraq's currency structure, improve cash flow, and prepare the economy for international trade and digital banking. Now, could it involve removing zeros from the exchange rate rather than just the notes? Possibly, and that's where Frank 26's interpretation might actually have some truth behind it. If the CBI adjusts the nominal rate upward as part of this reform, that would technically remove zeros from the rate. But at this point, no one knows exactly how they'll handle that phase, whether it's a gradual appreciation, a controlled float, or a redenomination paired with an increase in value. The important thing is this: the CBI isn't trying to erase value. They're trying to restore purchasing power and bring the dinar in line with global standards. The deletion of zeros, as outlined in their feasibility studies, is about modernizing and strengthening the monetary system, not reducing the worth of what people hold. So while we can't say exactly how it'll play out, it's safe to say Iraq's reforms point toward a stronger, more stable currency structure, not a weaker one. And this aligns perfectly with everything Iraq's doing: stabilizing inflation around 0.8%, tightening the spread between market and official rates, building record gold and dollar reserves, digitizing payments, completing their WTO accession, and finalizing key oil and gas agreements. This isn't the behavior of a country that's years away. This is the behavior of a nation that's already setting the stage for re-entry into international markets. Now, some analysts still point to the IMF's 1 to 2 year projection, but that's just a conservative placeholder, not a policy directive. It's the IMF saying if nothing changes, this is our baseline. But Iraq's already outperforming that baseline. They're meeting conditions faster than expected. In my opinion, the more realistic window isn't 1 to 2 years, it's 6 to 12 months. That's the sweet spot where political timing, public readiness, and technical completion all intersect. If they wait longer, they risk losing momentum. Investors lose patience, the public loses trust, and politically, Sudani loses the chance to make history. But if they act within this year, if they launch within that window, it could transform Iraq's economy overnight and cement Sudani's legacy as the leader who restored the dinar's glory. So yeah, in my opinion, all these updates from Sudani's public statements to the gold expansion to citizen education, they're not isolated. They're converging. The tone, the timing, the transparency, it's all aligning towards something bigger. And based on everything Iraq's already achieved, I truly believe we're closer to the RVRI than most people realize. If you're still watching, make sure you subscribe, because this is where we connect the dots others miss. Every small move, every article, every quote, every IMF comment is part of a bigger story. And when this story unfolds, it's going to happen fast. That's my take for today's update. And in my opinion, Iraq's not waiting for the world anymore. The world's about to catch up to Iraq. Moreover, we posted a breaking news the other day. Iraq just made a major move toward joining the World Trade Organization by completing comprehensive technical responses, an essential step that signals a shift toward full international integration. While this might seem like a routine headline, it's actually one of the strongest signs that Iraq could be preparing to move off the program rate and take the dinar global. In this video, I'll break down how this development ties directly into the RVRI process, how it connects with IMF Article 8 compliance, and why this moment could indicate the beginning of the end for the 1300 rate. If you've been watching for the clues and waiting for confirmation that Iraq is ready, this is the update you don't want to overlook. Most people will miss the significance until it's too late. Please go ahead and check it out by clicking on the link on the top right of this video, as you don't want to miss this. Lastly, we will continue to post videos about the recent events and articles supporting the changes taking place in Iraq, so you don't want to miss them. Also, don't forget, please drop a comment below with hashtag and the keyword, and let us know what you think. If you like this content and like to support this channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you get notified when new videos are uploaded. See you on the next video. Bye!